Things to note when we visited the site. Max was late. Then we walked from the station to the site. There was a library, really old homes, trolley in the creek, a football game, and a primary and secondary school. Thomastown will need 102 new dwellings every year to keep up with the council's expected population increase. However, there are challenges with this, including the aging population, which makes up 1/3 of the community. 80% of studio apartments have 3 or more people in them. However, 36% of 3 or more bedroom dwellings have 2 to 3 people occupying them. This shows a disparity between household needs and available housing. This is further evidenced by the Grattan Institute's research, showing an abundance of detached dwellings, even though this doesn't align with housing preferences. It is clear a diversity of housing is needed. On average, a person in Thomastown only spends 1.5 days working, meaning they are spending most of their time at home and in the community. Thomastown is also one of the most disadvantaged areas in Whittlesea and the state as a whole. Despite the fact that the people of Thomastown spend most of their time in the community and generally quite disadvantaged, council prioritized development near transit and commercial areas. Central to most people of Thomastown would be free community service and amenities. This is not reflected in the council's plans. This is happening in real time, shown by the higher likelihood of semi-detached in red and new in purple, buildings being closer to High Street. In addition, poor connections through the community is evident in the fact that you could live 250 meters from the library's front door, but it would take over 10 minutes to walk there, when it should only take 3. And the places in the community would need to be diverse too. All commercial areas have the same typology currently. There is also not enough commercial space considering businesses, particularly medical practices, are overflowing into nearby houses. The case studies we've chosen to help with the project proposal is the Future Homes in Maribyrnong. This project was created to enable gentle density increases in the suburbs through high quality development. Council has the approved typology and designs can be purchased and implemented in particular areas. This will make it easier for developers to invest and will be a pre-approved design with Council's desired outcomes embedded. It should see a faster uptake of gentle density in key areas. Our research question was, how can a central area in Thomastown draw a diversity of people? We thought of a number of strategies to achieve this. The first is creating housing typologies that support the diversity of people. The second is adding new and redeveloping existing commercial areas. And the third is improving circulation within the center of the site. Currently on the site are surrounding schools, parks, shops, homes, sport facilities, and a library. A central plot of land will be used for the proposal to introduce a new development in Thomastown. All existing residential zones and growth are directed towards High Street. We propose new commercial, mixed-use, and residential growth zone areas surrounding and oriented to the park. With this rezoning, the possible development yields 545 new dwellings, which is a 7.5% increase for Thomastown, or 32.4% of the council's predicted demand for more dwellings in Thomastown. Within this new zoned area, a pedestrian-focused shopping strip with a different spatial and aesthetic language will excite the community to re-enter their local spaces and be a drawcard for new residents. It will offer something new and different and plug holes in the existing services and commercial supplies. The new places will include co-working spaces, cafes, spaces for pop-ups and markets, rooftop for kindergartens, medical centers, community gardens, pubs, and forested areas. So what's the impact? Suitability for different households is based on dwelling size/type, how many levels, and its age. This is the existing supply. Red is where there is a deficit supply proportional to the population. With the rezoning and the proposed development, this is how the proposal changes the housing supply. There are no longer any deficits. Back to our research question on how can a central area in Thomastown draw a diversity of people. The project successfully takes into consideration the needs of the area by supplying diverse housing and experiences that fills the gaps in the current development. The project caters to the people who spend most of their time in the community and who traverse the local area as opposed to and from Melbourne. The development focuses on the public domain as a first priority to capture all of the community, especially the disadvantaged.